Good morning. Hey, by golly, that was a big bird. Probably a hawk or an eagle over there. Oh, there it is. Well, just out and about. Could be a little warmer today. It's kind of a strange summer. We've had a couple of hot days, but not really warm. Now it's cool today. Out and about there on the bike. Of course, it's hard to see. Let's see. Zoom. All kind of zoomy stuff here. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. All kinds of stuff. Learn how to use this thing. Yeah, let's get back to normal, I guess. I don't know where normal is. Yeah, just out and about. Let's see. I guess that's 1 times, 0 times. I don't know. Who knows? Oh, this is an older cemetery. A lot of people born around the time of the Civil War. Let's see. That was, well, they died in 1899. Elizabeth, and we have John here. He died in 1891. That's the Millers. Goes kind of back to there where they cut the grass. And some of these older ones here are pretty interesting. Looks like it says Roush. Just kind of wandering around. There's Mother Mary, 1925, 1854. Born about 5 years before the Civil War. Or 64. Oops. My math is not so good. There's the Hoffmans, the Roush, and a lot of Millers around here. Let's see, we got Minnie, 1872, 1873. Oh boy. 74, 76, 75, 76, 88. Only slightly confusing. Uh, 53 to 03. VITE. ROUGH. Right at the end of the Civil War, Jacob was born. Millers, Veits, Roush, Scott. Pretty nice one here. Schwartz. Other than the S, unless they have small ones. Well, they must have small ones. There we go. 1844, 1923. Wow. 44, 54. Well, it was about 15, I guess, when it started, Civil War. Leah. I always thought Leah was a nice name. Charles. EHNIGHT. Ehninger. Enawinger. Oh boy. And if I go while you're still here, know that I live on, vibrating to a different measure. Behind a thin veil you cannot see through, you will not see me, so you must have faith. I wait for the time when we can soar together again, both aware of each other. Until then, live your life to its fullest. And when you need me, just whisper my name in your heart. I'll be there. Wonder, huh? It almost looks like that was put on later. That is darker and this is lighter. Oh, that's quite the saying. Yeah, you look at things, how people thought of death, I guess. That one there, Don, 51 to 2000, and Carolyn's still alive. I'm surprised I'm still alive. I came about in 58, 23 and 25, 08 and 11. Yeah, I just even, I think of, hey, just for 5 minutes to talk to these people that are born in the 17 or 1800s, just 5 minutes. Hey, just they don't know that I'm new. I mean, young. How would I say it? Born 200 years after them or something, or 100 years. But to just to talk to them, you probably think I'd be crazy talking to them, but probably 75. Well, it's hard to see. Yeah, I gotta clean it up to the side. 75 years. Uh, well, just kind of rambling on. They say you got about either a minute or a 10-minute attention span. That was kind of neat. It's like, oh, that must be the lichen that's growing on there. Yeah. I thought, wow, man, it's kind of like weird how but that's the stuff that, I don't know what it is, but that's what they call it, lichen. Houseworth, 1875 to 1957, and 1873 to 1954. Nettle, and Albert. Yeah, it goes quite a ways back there. Got some tall ones, some short ones. If you'd stayed this long, I'm amazed. Sometimes I'm amazed I stayed myself. Dale Steinbarger, 1937. Yeah, it's a church over there. And I was looking at that house over there. It's kind of neat. Guess you can see it. Thought, boy, they got a lot of stuff. Would I rather have that place or that place? I think I'd go for the older farmhouse and the addition and the little sheds out back, and I don't know about the big tow behind camper. I gassed up. Let's see. Turn you guys around. I gassed up. Arm's getting stiff. Looking into that CBD oil or different things, and then I was reading about the healing oil that was in the Old Testament and how it has mirth, and they think it had cannabis in it. I maybe yes, maybe no. Just for my shoulder, my wrist, and things like that. I don't know how good all that stuff is. I was just trying to figure it out. Look up reviews. And then I just decided to get off my chair and go for a ride. I was out in the garage. I know I turned the phone around for some reason. I just go off on a tangent. Oh, well, I'll turn you back around. That'd be mine, you know, ye of little money. I got my initials on a stump of cement. Now, you're not supposed to plant things here. There's a whole list of stuff you can't do here. Somebody came in and planted these. Ernest and Sarah Zimmerman, I can say that one. Mom, Alvin, John, Anna. I was like Anna. This is interesting. It's just, oh, there must be a front to it here. Yeah. M-A-R-V-I-N, Mervyn Flanning, 1896, 1820, not quite 20, not quite 20, oh my gosh. Father, maybe 1850, died September 6th, 18 something rather. Don't know. That's rather worn. At least this camera picks up a little bit better. Let's see what it does say back here before I bore you guys to death. Portage Prairie Cemetery. Planting of trees is prohibited. Artificial wreaths, headstones placed 30 feet deep cement footing. All decorations from prior year must be removed by April 1st. And or we have rocks. They cut the grass down here to like a quarter inch in depth. And I guess they don't want to come back and do it too often. Here's some, these are newer ones. The Bakers, 22 and 13. Sandra Sue, that's nice, that's nice. Rev Rap, 49, and Karen. Maybe it was a Reverend Posnick. These are kind of like how my parents and stuff, they have this out there in Osceola. 1999, Carolyn and Larry Lee. October 22nd, getting close to my birthday. Ann Elani Good. Ann Elani. And a newer one, 2025, Pastor Scott Smith. Well, March 9th. October 9th, do you mean Christmas? Well, I think they're letting a few more decorations for this fella. The Bears, the Cubs. What we got here? The Red Wings. Oh, he likes his sports. I mean, I'm not so much for sports. If I can't play it, you know, I did football and baseball, you know, I was a kid, was terrible at it. Couldn't hit the ball, couldn't catch the ball. My wife is She's good at baseball. She can catch and all that kind of stuff. Hmm. Robert and Roberta. Well, they were born in 51. By the time my parents were born, 51. Mom's gone, Dad's gone. Dad died in 87, Mom died in 2012. I can say there's a fair amount of Vites out here, and Millers, and... Huh. They must have had a dog. Yep. Well, just kind of wandering and talking, and I guess maybe if I get real old and can't ride, I can watch my own videos when I could ride. Yep. Pinkertons. Meredith, Leslie, and Merritt. And Rich. And Palmer. U.S. Navy, World War I. My grandfather was in the Army in the World War I. He's a medic. I have all his medic type medals. Hopefully my son will garner them as I do. I have his dog tags, and at the time the dog tags were round, and my father's dog tags, then they became square-ish or rectangular. Well, guess we'll head on out. This one's, I noticed, was kind of curious. Either he isn't married here with Marguerite, which that's a cool name, or they never marked it, maybe he never paid for it, or he's still alive, which would be quite the miracle. Hey, John? Well, I'll catch you guys later. Been listening to me long enough. You know, like Ed says, life's getting short, this video's getting long. Catch you guys later. Peace. Bye-bye. Be safe out there.